Bryant, co-founder of the Black Church PAC, Black Church Action Fund. We're so glad to have you both. Take it away, Brother Jamal. We in your pack because I'm a Cali guy. I'm just going to fall back because, you know, y'all Georgians, I heard, is tough.
Early voting. Yeah, I mean, wow. Georgia is really kicking up at a way that I've never seen. And I want to underscore what I said to you the other day, is a few months ago, there were so many cynics who were talking about the young people who were marching and protesting and asking, were they going to use that same passion to go to the polls? Well, the answer has become evident in the last week. And I'm so excited. I want to challenge particularly black men to go vote because black women have been holding down since 2008 as the strongest, most consistent voting bloc in America. Black men, come on, if you all bump into 50 Cent and Ice Cube, please just lay hands on them in Jesus' name and direct them to the polls.
You can use my Pentecostal saying, loose him.
Let them go.
Yeah. Now, just anecdotally, just outside when we were doing our event, we asked people how many of you, did you ask them how many of you have not voted? And there was about 50 or so people. Everybody
has voted. And I'm extremely happy. Our goal, AME Church, we put a thing, Operation Voter Turnout, and our goal was to get at least 75% of our folks that voted by October 3rd.
Wow.
And so I believe that we have done very well towards that goal.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to hold us too long, but you know, Bishop, what wisdom would you give to all of us? You know, we're Lil Yo Jr., but there's some folk coming behind us, and they may not have a sense of history about the importance of the institution of the Black Church. I mean, we have all of our denominational kind of configurations, but we all came out of the AME Church. That's just a fact. The Black Church was birthed out of AME Church. What would you say to younger pastors who are spinning off into lots of different kind of iterations of church? We have to care, be a caretaker, steward of this institution of the Black Church. Any wisdom to us as we kind of keep marching this legacy forward?
Well, one of the things I will say, I'm extremely proud of the Black Lives Matter movement because it's really calling and challenging the church to come back to our roots. Because the fact of the matter is nothing for the advancement of blacks in this country occur without the leadership of the Black church. And I remind black preachers the greatest period of growth in the history of the Black church was when we were more socially active.
Wow.
And that's what I think the Black Lives Matter movement is challenging us to do, to come back and be more socially active. And I hope we will be the watchmen on the wall when folk ask us, what up tonight?
You are one of the quintessential leaders of this next generation of black pastors. What would you say to that? How would you, I mean, he just said like...
Yeah, I think that in COVID, we're seeing the redefining of the Black church in terms of worship, but we are seeing the exclamation point in terms of service. So while it is that we can't go into the structure and into the building, it is noteworthy that 93% of what Jesus did was not in a church. And so if we want to take his model, then we've got to really do marketplace ministry. And so for what it is that you're doing, Pastor Mike, from Orlando to Georgia to South Carolina, is the real apostolic work. That's not a denomination. It is a conviction of how it is that you measure it through. And so there's a whole lot of nameless and faceless people who are emerging, and I chime all the time the pastors saying, well, if I was at a new birth, if I was at a Potter's house, and I remind them, Dr. King never pastored more than 350 people.
Wow.
And whatever city he lived in, he never had the largest church. He just had the greatest impact. And so it is really not about the size, but it is making sure that you're significant. And so we want to challenge all of the churches, no matter what your size is, that you do easy stuff. Take water out to the poll.
Easy stuff.
Do easy stuff. Bring them Martin Luther King funeral home fans outside to the people who are in line. Do easy stuff.
Bring some chairs.
Yeah. Use that church van that's been parked for 7 months outside and get these people to the polls. Easy stuff. These young people who couldn't go back to school this semester because of COVID, pay them something for the day to be poll watchers, which you talked about on outside. But there's so many things. I tell pastors that there's a way for you can be in a movement without marching. That you can do radical things like, for organizers, give them your Wi-Fi in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
They ain't even got to come in.
Wow, that's right.
But things like that,
It don't even cost you nothing.
It cost you absolutely nothing.
Well, we are super grateful, Bishop, for you to give us this time, and I know it's been a long day for all of us, but we wanted to make sure that our Souls to the Polls effort touched down with the AME Church while we were here, touched down with Pastor Jamal. We were just at the Kojic folk up the street, they on fire. We were with Michelle Guidry Spellman, she was talking about the costumes, they on fire. So it's just a lot of energy, and we know that we stand on y'all's shoulders, and we want to do right by this precious legacy of the Black Church. So thank you, Bishop, for the opportunity to be here with you together. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you
for blessing us. Listen, everybody, blackchurchrocks.com. Go there. We are going to be in Columbia, South Carolina tomorrow. We'll be there at 4 o'clock doing a special effort at the meeting place, and we're going to have a free PPE giveaway. The pastor there is going to feed everybody. I hope, you know, he was only thinking a few hundred of y'all, but he got a big old thing going there. So come with your appetite.
I want to say something while our bishop is here that is so important. And I'm mad with Mike because I'm on the organizing committee. The meeting place is great. Pastor Mike, Pastor Freeman,
Yes,
Eric Freeman
yes.
is the pastor. But I need y'all to know that I'm going to make you the smartest person tomorrow in your Zooms and chat rooms. South Carolina is the only state in America where there are more AME churches than Baptist churches.
That's right.
So I don't know how we went to South Carolina and didn't go to an AME church.
Well,
but
we-
AMEs,
Wait,
I need y'all to please go anywhere.
No, listen.
I wanna hear this.
We are going to Charleston on Thursday.
Yes.
And we're planning for Charleston to be the AME day.
All right.
Touch on it. Y'all get a whole day.
Eric Freeman, I love you.
Yeah, AME's in the whole day. So I need y'all to call your AME folk in South Carolina
Yes.
and make sure that we want to do something at Mother Mary.
Columbia and Charleston, I need you all to please represent.
You see how he just smashed on me though?
No,
I see
that's
that.
my people. I gotta tell y'all this.
He was
I
waiting for it,
failed
too.
I failed the 11th grade. And when I failed the 11th grade, my parents sent me to Mount Pleasant, South Carolina for me to get myself together. So I went to Wando High School in Mount Pleasant. I was a member of Morris Brown, the AME Church. So I got South Carolina
in your lineage. You
my
got it in your
grandfather was
DNA.
from Low Country in Georgetown. Absolutely.